but you really can't. Let's one-shot this son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh, I assume no one heard me, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right. See, this is why Selexi can't be here. All right. Yeah. I already talked to Frost and Kism about stuff or whatever. Gateway in phase 3 is going to be 2 seconds earlier. It's just synced to be exactly 0 when the grass should be spawning on ranged. So, like that gateway timer, hitting 0 should be as grass appears. So we, gateway over then, whatever. Just don't go early, because if you go before 0 on that timer, if you get targeted with a grass, you're just going to spawn on the new platform. Char's going to get sacked by Jovi at that same spot, and do Hoxie on the first and third leap or jump or whatever in phase 3. You'll be gripping Frost, but you'll have a reminder on your raid frame thing or whatever to like make his nameplate glow, and or not nameplate, but raid frame and all that sort of stuff too.
Can you push the notification bidders? I think you did it a few minutes ago, and whatever you changed made it like aired out for me. Now I don't see it at all.
I saw the big square go red, but no note.
Yeah.
I just changed something. I just unloaded it there, and I'm gonna try sending it again. Let me try relogging real quick, or reloading. Alright, here, I want to try doing this. Can I get a summon back? Did anyone get that?
Got the error
Error again. Weird. See, mine fixed. Try hearthing, and then we'll just summon back anyone who is having an error, because mine was also bugged. Like, I was noticing I was getting a little error, and then when I hearthed and relogged, and then it worked fine. Or you might even be able to just relog.
Oh yeah, relogging fixed it. Or at least I see it now.
Bitters, why don't you just individually call out all of our rotations,
Yeah, okay,
abilities,
yeah.
defensives? You could do that, right?
Alright, press W. Walk forward. Yeah, alright.
Just log into my account and play for me.
Instructions unclear. That is a world marker. This is a disaster.
Have you thought about multi-boxing 20 accounts?
That would be fun, but you're not allowed to do that really anymore.
Just have 20 computers, and then like maybe Selexia could like slowly drag you from computer to computer as you press a button on each
How
one.
many more kids do you need?
Alright.
That's a good content idea. 20 children. Rating on WoW.
There's a one-button rotation for a reason.
Ready check gave me an error, but I still see the note, so maybe it's fine.
Alright, we'll see if it is working. If not, then after this pull, we'll try and have you guys relog or whatever.
It did relog.
Everyone is ready. Starting off at moon for ranged.
Need for it.
Full timer gave it
Yeah.
error.
It's the reminders that are working.
Okay, range towards green. Gonna stay here with Void Expulsion. Range to moon. Range to blue. Next arrow hits Demier. Okay, next arrows miss. Okay, ranged negate. Next arrow hits Morian. Next arrow misses. Next arrow hits boss Vorlus. And we're gonna group up over by red to face. Okay, just remember you can only get hit by every other line. Okay, phasing in 3 seconds, we're gonna res op. Okay, Kizum Boozle and yeah, there we go. Okay, range heading to corner now. Right like that. Baiting Void. Okay, ranged removing ahead to like here. Anyone who gets arrows, make sure you're putting them through boss every single time. Okay, right, we're going to range removing ahead. Just remember, we're moving ahead every single time. We're just kind of adjusting where we are standing. Stay with voids here, then we're going to move over towards blue ranged. Alright, moving ahead again. Bait on top of this Void Expulsion. Moving ahead. Arrows through boss. Next Grasp was going to hit this Rift Simulacrum. Or these 2 Rift Simulacrums. And next Voids are going to be the ones that we gate over with. Okay, King's Gate. We don't have Void. Arrows through the boss here soon. Okay, baiting new grass for ranged. Moving ahead. Okay, moving ahead. We might phase if these arrows don't push. Alright, we're gonna face. Okay, first hit hits melee, so don't go in too close. Okay, now step in. Okay, where's Bitter? Where Bitters is pinging, we're stacked up here. Okay. Coming up soon, we're gonna be having the first jump. Go ahead. Oh, sorry, melee can go as well. I didn't call it. Okay, range, we're just grouped up kind of out here, dropping voids. And as soon as we get these voids baited, we can move over to where Vorlus is. Okay, good Vorlus. Have to finish these bosses off. Alright, melee's gonna break first. Okay, now tanks and ranged. As we go to the edge and getting ready to bait for the gateway. Alright, So we are all stacked up here. Get here quick. Okay, this is going to be where all personals are going to be used right here. Okay, and can go. Ranged tanks. Now melee. Alright, now we're moving ahead. Alright, keep killing Demier, other ad. Ranged are baiting near the outside, kind of by where Ilaria is. And we have, should be dead here, but melee breaks. Then ranged and tanks break. Then we go over to the edge and get ready to jump over again, and then group up over on this side. We're going to have tethers spawning soon. It's going to be ranged and tanks breaking first. Okay, delay a little bit, then melee breaks. Go to the corner, do the exact same things now. So we'd be killing middle ad, baiting void expulsion on the outside. Okay, wait for the quad voids, and then we'd start moving over to mini bosses area. Then at the mini boss area, we would have these graphs that go out. When these graphs go out, honestly, we shouldn't even see those graphs. The boss should be dead by then. But good first pull. I have to check and see.
Trying to load the logs. I think a grasp shot in for a lot of us. So kill when we did like that big transition. We jumped up and used the gate.
You want me? So I hear the little robot lady telling me to AMZ kind of part way through phase 2. But I see we're not getting an AMZ when we do the gate. Should I just hold AMZ?
The AMZ when we gate, I believe that should be your gate, your AMZ.
Oh, I hear the voice tell me to AMZ in phase 2, and then I never hear it again.
Yeah, yeah, it should be at both of those two spots. There should be, I think there's like one in phase 2 for you somewhere. Let me double check and see real quick where it was.
Because I know there was a poll yesterday when I used it in phase 2, and I did not have it for the gate.
It was probably one of the polls. Yeah, there was one of the polls we transitioned early, like super early, like 40 seconds early. And that was probably it.
Okay, so there usually is.
That's why. Yeah, normally it should be up 3. It's like if we phase when we're supposed to, it's 3 minutes and 26 seconds. So as long as we don't phase more than 26 seconds early, it should be fine.
Okay, that makes, yeah, because sometimes we get there and I'm like, I don't have this up, so I don't know if it's mine. But that makes sense.
Yeah, random like early deaths aside, like an intermission and stuff, it was a grass that was on frost. Ran a little too far ahead of the group. Shot like 6 or 7 of us.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go over what exactly happened there. Double check real quick. Okay, so when we did the gateway, we had 2 grasps that spawned there. One was on Age, and one was on Frost, I believe. Those are the 2 people that got them. So the first one went on Age, and then that was our signal for the range to gate over. So range and tank to gate over, and that's when we... Well, the whole raid basically could gate over at that point. But it's ranged and tanks are the only one that can move after the gate, because they're the ones that need to break the first tether. So we... let's just pretend, I guess, like the star mark is... You know, we land here after the gateway. So everyone's across, standing here at the gateway. Ranged and tanks can move forward and break their tether. Melee and the grass people would be still back here on the edge. So then, like 2 seconds later, then melee can start moving. That's fine. It's just the grass people need to make sure that they stay back here. We are going to have new grass that spawn like on the raid there. Like there's an overlap of grass at that point. And I think that's why Frost moved ahead, because he saw the new grass spawn on us there. And he moved ahead to like get out of the grass that had just spawned there. But then his timed out because it was from like before we gated over. And that's what killed one of the grass people, like one of the new grass people. And then that new grass triggered and shot and killed like a bunch of people. So yeah, just when we gate over, just grass people. Just in every case, when we transition to a new platform, if you had grass, like even if you singularly die, that was one of the biggest things that we like ended up wiping to yesterday was like just those grass at the transition. So like even if you just stay back at the very edge and you can't get out of anything and you die alone, that'll be better than like there were several times we lost like 5, 3, whatever amount of people there. So yeah, just stay still with it when you get it. I'll see if you guys are getting an error again.
Yep.
God, so annoying.
Bitters, am I going back to melee when the ads ones? Or should I just stay range?
Which part in like in phase?
Like essentially after essentially after we gateway.
I think. Oh, let's see.
Because I can get the melee tether, right? Then.
Yeah. It's kind of confusing because you have to do like both opposite mechanics at that point. I guess probably just stay ranged. Yeah, it'd probably be because the grass thing would be like the more like the stranger thing to like play differently. Oh, I did want to go over one more thing though. Frost. It makes no sense why they have Mistweavers and Paladins, one way for one mechanic and one for a different one on the same fight. Frost. So in phase 2, one thing that I that was pointed out, when you get the grasp in that phase, like it's like looks like a bow and arrow thing or whatever. Like you pull it back and you have to it shoots out.
3 things.
Yeah, just make sure you need to hit one of the like silver ads that they have like a light pillar on them. So they will, and the one that you're going for like specifically, like there's going to be 2 that should be up every time. There's going to be one like on the platform that we're on that ranged are going to hit. And you're going to have one, like, say if we're like here on this part of the fight, yours might be like way over by orange or way over by diamond. And yours is always going to be on like a different platform than us. So you just have to try and line yours up to shoot like all the way across the platform. And you can tell if it's lined up because the ad will turn to a purple glow, like it'll be like in a purple light pillar instead of the normal silver.
Who is covering Ping's roar during the intermission?
Oh yeah.
We have another wind rush that can
yeah,
be
we
used.
do have an extra wind rush there. I don't think I adjusted that. Let me double check. Was here. Oh wait, you know what? I am still on top of it. I already did have it set up, so yep. Ping, Kism has a Wind Rush assigned exactly where Ping's Roar was assigned. So, hopefully we will, if people are able to get into it, they'll get that.
And one more question. Something that Frosty said earlier. When we're taking the gate, like that set in P3,
tank, you can do this. Other tanks may have to figure out some other ways. And then the tank is waiting, and as soon as we see this bluey animation, we are leaping over here. The boss is following, and it's spawning Varellis, and then I'm breaking as soon as it's safe for the rate damage to break my thing. Now for the next 10 seconds, I'm taking way increased physical damage. It's fine. And then I'm a prop warrior, not a shield.
We're using the spell warding for the tether at
You're fine.
gateway.
You pop shield wall as well. It's fine. And then you want to take Varellis on top of the Rift Simulacrum. Now Varellis can't get too close to the area, and they blow these things up. They're getting gold.
The one that I'm more afraid of.
And you are blowing up
because if that person dies, then definitely I'll die as well. But triple break.
Physical damage. We are leaping over Mother Wave doing this, and then you have to wait for it to port, and then that's but yeah, breaking 2 instantly, and then the tank is waiting, and as soon as we see this blue animation, we are leaping over here. The boss is following,
small
and
thing,
it's spawning Varellis.
The phase 2 Rift Team Eastwood or wait oh wait, no, never mind. Yeah, all right. It was correct. All right, yeah. It's Eastwood, Boozle, Kism. Yeah, I was thinking Eastwood wasn't supposed to go over, but yeah, it's Dean that doesn't go over. All right, we're good. Never mind. All right, everyone should be set. Range to green. Ranged back to moon. These arrows miss. Ranged to blue. Next arrows hit Demiar. Next arrows miss. Range kink 8. Next arrows hit Moran. Next arrows miss. Next arrows hit Warless. Alright, grouping by red. Five seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Right facing, regrouping by skull. Okay, I'm gonna have TPS pots. Move towards the corner. Okay, range moving over, arrows through the ads, and boss. And grass soon. Range moving ahead. Okay, arrows the boss. And new graph soon. Okay, moving ahead. Grass will be next. Okay, we are baiting here. And can gate if you don't have void. Baiting grasp. Okay, moving ahead. New grass soon. Range grass, try and hit both of these Simulacrums if you can. On our
She's
platform.
phasing at 1%.
Oh, alright, move. Yeah, move. Just go ahead and just move up. We're about to phase. Okay, first, we'll res east when we can. First is going to hit melee, don't be too close. Okay, move to melee. And we're baiting on this right corner. Okay, it's going to be
Eastwood's going to need a grip over because I have no cord up.
Now melee. Okay, start heading towards the corner.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
I don't have anything.
it's on all on cooldown right now. When you can, all right. Just go ahead and rest Eastwood. Alright, head towards the middle. Melee tether soon. Melee first. Okay, now ranged in tanks. Okay. Get ready for personals here soon. Okay, can all be getting over. First two breaks. Okay, start shifting. These are new grasp now. Watch lines on them. Okay, AoE interrupt's gonna hit in 2, 1 now. First two breaks. Okay, baiting void. Personals here soon. All damage into Demiar right now. Make sure we beat the next hit. Okay, good. We're going to the middle now. Melee's gonna break first. I'll be getting melee break. First two break. And ranged in healers. Or, sorry, ranged in tank. Okay, we're gonna get ready to jump over whenever you can. You can jump now. Regroup.
Yeah, we can't jump over on that end of the platform.
Yeah, we want to jump over, still closer to the middle there.
That might have been me, because Op is rescuing me over, right? And I had to get a feather and jump, because all the feathers close by were taken.
Yeah, but basically, once we break those the tethers on that platform, the like previous platform, the one where whatever Demiar is, after we kill him or whatever, we're gonna have the new tethers that spawn. We break those, and then from that point on, anytime it's safe for anyone to jump over, they can get over to the new platform, like after the grass go out, because it's gonna be tethers, then we're gonna have one new set of grass, and then we're jumping platforms, and then we have like a 10-second gap between those tethers and like the new the grass and the new tethers spawning.
Bitter. So the one I have to shoot across the map is just a single thing, not the triple one?
It will be the triple one. So there's two different kind of shooting things in that phase. So the one thing that you might get is looks like a little bow icon above your head when it's on you, and that's the that's the Ranger Captain's Mark debuff, and that's going to be like a white line between you and one other player. That white line needs to go through the ads and the boss to do the same thing like in Heroic to kill the ads.
And the triple one is the one I gotta shoot across the map.
Yes, yeah, the triple one from the goes across.
So if I'm in melee and I'm tethered with that between me and some other person, do I even bother really moving much?
So it'll spawn on probably like too close, like it spawns on like the two closest people to wherever that ad is.
Gotcha.
So one of you will have to move. It just depends on who it is. And for the feathers, for anyone that does need to take a feather, it's a dot and a debuff. So if for whatever reason you don't get the dot or the debuff, then it'll like prevent it going on you or whatever. And it lasts I believe 12 seconds. So I don't know, it could have possibly like ran out as well.
And I just want to reiterate real fast. So every section in P3, like Ranger kind of going off to the corner, Melee in the middle, and then as like the big ad is about to die or has died, and everybody's meeting in the middle, then you break a tether and like make your way towards like the tip, so you can go to the next tip, right?
Yes, correct.
And so it's the same every platform. We're always going to meet up in the middle, move out of stuff towards the tip, and then go tip to tip, run away from the tip. Okay.
Just need 1 second.
Yeah, I've got several things with the note that are different from yesterday. Like, there's no highlight. It's not telling me to rescue. It's not telling me to gate. But I remember all those things. It's not the end of the world.
Come on, Bitters. Where's our Bitters note?
Well, it's all there. I can read it in the note. It says exactly what it is. It's just not.
No, he's supposed to be calling our rotations for us.
I think it's something with No Man's Sky that's just broke.
Yeah, I do not know why it's broken, but
it's bizarre.
But either way, we're doing well. Just need to clean up a little bit. Everyone's ready? Even that pull when we jumped over, that's like real close to the point of where you just ignore the ad. Range to triangle. Range back to moon. Arrows miss. Range to blue. One of these hits Demiur. Next arrows miss. Range kick 8. Next arrows hit Moria. Next arrows miss. Next arrows hit Vorlus. Five seconds left. Boss can take damage during that part. Okay, remember DPS pots. Range to corner.
It's gonna be rough. Where the puddle is.
Alright, we're gonna do arrows through. We're just gonna have to move a bit faster than normal. We have this. Alright, try and bait Void back here. Still ranged. Then we're just gonna move up after this.
Of course.
Baiting Void and range, try and regroup here for new grasp. And we'll have the last Void here before we jump.
No way. I just died. Anytime nice have 74, I die.
New grasp soon. Can we res Rattle soon? Baiting new Void. Then we're gonna group up here for grasp. Moving ahead for Void. I understand why you did it, Chips. Don't worry.
Phasing soon.
Alright, phasing soon. Get ready to... Actually, might get an extra few seconds, yeah. Alright, for now we're gonna phase. Alright, so technically this is perfect timing, like that's full length phase. Also 40%, but that was like max time we could be. Alright, you grouped up on the side. Alright, this is going to be ranged and tank. Yeah, just run over to the side, and we'll have to bring you over after, I guess. Wait, yeah, we wouldn't even have another way to pull you over yet. Yeah. Just go in, go get.
Don't know how I got hit by that. Unless I lagged a little bit or something, but it's definitely inside that circle.
But yeah, they're in melee. We've definitely had like where you kind of have to get forced into like the void puddles. That last pull was particularly bad because we had like a bad one spawn that like got dropped and made like the whole like first part of that phase just covered in void. But in general, the void, or sorry, the grasp that does like the obelisk that you have to like shoot across the platform thing in melee, that is going to spawn like on the center of a player. So the further you are standing from the old void, like the better chance you're going to be able to move around it in any direction. Do not stand in, or like to be able to shoot it and not be standing in old void. So like if you're like trailing behind the boss and you're like further out, like almost like max melee range, then like you're gonna have the grass spawn on you. Like I don't know, say like the boss is like up ahead or whatever. Yeah, like if you're like back here and you have like the grass spawn on you, by the time you have to actually shoot it, then like the old void will like creep into you, and you're kind of like locked into this spot, and you have to kind of play in the old void. So you want to play up like real close to where Alaria is. Or yeah, even ahead is fine, just not too far ahead. Everyone. Oh wait, no, Frosty.
In phase 2, is there anything wrong with just waiting a little bit longer to grip the ads in? Because a lot of times we'll grip them, and then we move because the puddles, and then the ads sit in the puddles and just kind of stare at us.
That's fine. I mean, we should be able to grip, like, I mean, we have, with the 3 DKs, we should be able to grip them even more than we normally do. But yeah, we can, like, as long as they get in fast enough to get hit by the, what should we call it, like the arrow, like the Rangers thing, or whatever.
Yeah, it's not a huge problem, but I know sometimes, like, they'll jump, you know, weird after we grip them in, and then we'll have like 1 or 2 just kind of trailing along until the next arrows.
Yeah, any of the DKs in phase 2 can help grip them
in
the melee if they ever see them behind.
We have 3 now.
Ranged ahead to green.
Range has an arrow, it's pointing right at him.
Range back towards moon. These arrows miss. Range towards blue. these arrows miss. And range kick 8. Next arrows hit Morian.
I'll hit him.
Next arrows miss. And next arrows will hit.
I'm over here now. Nope.
Oh my god.
The Wormstone.
Oh, true.
Don't forget.
Alright, facing now, boss can take damage. Make sure you get rebuffs for Toxie. DPS pots. Going to the corner. Keep trying gripping that, that's good. Aiding Void. Dropping Void, move ahead for Grasp. Arrows through the boss. Voids. Kism, try and point your arrow towards the ad on the left, so come towards us. Yeah, almost. And new grass soon. Grass Surson should be able to hit range grass. Should be able to hit both of these. Maybe just short. Oh, maybe, yeah, there we go. Alright, get ready to gate soon. Arrows through boss. Okay, baiting new grasp range. Ahead for new void next. Moving for new grasp. We are. We did face action. Alright, don't be in melee. Move in. And we're baiting on the right side here. Okay, we'll be going soon. Ranged and tanks go. Now melee. And heading towards corner. Can we get a res for Shift C? baiting voids. And we're grouping up in melee. Melee is going to break first here. Next is ranged and tanks. Okay. We're baiting here. And can gate. Range and tank. Next, melee. Grass we're gonna shoot, be careful. And we're scooting out of here now. Make sure we're attacking ad. Void soon. Gonna have another AoE interrupt in 3 seconds. Start walking towards that ad. Melee break first. Okay, now ranged and tank. Okay, feather and jump over anytime you can.
Andy, right?
Yep. Get over. Grouping up. New tethers going out soon. Ranged and tanks. Then melee. And we get trinkets and pots back here. Be baiting Void Expulsion at the edge again. And we'd be walking towards the ads. Melee break first. At the third jump, there is always going to be feather, so anyone who does need to get a feather or feels uncomfortable that they might die to something else, there's plenty of time to just take a feather. It's just a little bit more damage.
Gypsy,
really
did you kill 3 people at once?
So it was 4 actually. But,
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
Because I rescued someone who gripped someone else, or they weren't starting to be anyways. But that time, neither of us had a tether, me or Arendir. So I was like, okay, it's fine. Like we don't have anything. So I rescued us right to the tip, and like it's a viable path. And as soon as we land there, we just slide off the map.
Okay.
Even though it let me click the spot, it just killed us as soon as we got there.
Blizzard murder.
You got butter on your boots.
Don't worry, Shifty, I got the clip. Don't you worry.
So I don't know. I guess I have to go further, but if I go a little further, then I'm going to kill either one of us who has a tether next time. So I don't know.
I can't believe Moscato's saying something because that pull she just walked. I was staring right at her, and she's who I'm linked to, and she just walked right off the edge. She didn't jump or anything. She just went right down the crack and died.
This is entirely correct. I did that.
And Shissy, actually, you don't need to worry about it, because if you have if you have a tether, that would be when you're breaking anyways. So you can just break, like you can rescue to where it instantly breaks the tether.
Right, I've done that before though, and it's snapped on the way over there, and then I fall down.
You like get a little hot.
Oh, like it before you even get all the way through it. All right, that's weird.
So I'm trying to go to the tip, but it doesn't snap. And if I go to the tip, apparently that can also kill us. So I'm just mad, and I'm just trying to figure it out, I guess.
Not too far, not too close, just right.
So I'm sorry.
That
literally killed that bull. It killed 4 people.
Let's see. Eastwood, Kylo, and Frost. Just say when you're ready. Frost forming set. Okay. Give us a sec. Alright. All set. Oh wait, yeah, there's a new feast down if anyone still needed it, but yeah, we can be fine. Range to green. Okay, void, and for voids, just remember range, just everyone, you can stay in this void, like, right on top of it until the 4 pop, like, when you see the 4 other circles, then move out of it. So we can, like, pixel stack all 5 voids if we needed to. Ranged over towards blue. Next arrows hit Demiar. These arrows miss. And can gate. Next arrows hit Moray. Next arrows miss. And new arrows are gonna hit. It missed. Try and live long enough if we can. No, man, just go down. Just go down.
Was that me or was that the game?
He looked big and glowing.
Glowing white.
Alright, it wasn't me.
Did Chipsy grip him?
Last second
problem
micro
was
Try
he
and
not white?
live long enough if we can. No, man.
Little stutter step maybe?
Nope, wasn't me. It was the game.
I believe you.
No one check.
Nope. It was white. Then he wasn't white at 2:00. Wait, nope. Then he was white again. Oh, then he wasn't white. Yeah, it dropped off like a second before whatchamacallit it shot out.
That's a cool bug.
He said no one check.
Oh, sorry.
Handy moved him out of the arrow.
Yeah, I saw that right on the replay. I think I
and-
stepped out of a purple puddle and he just like moved slightly to adjust.
Yeah, if you have to move out of a puddle, you gotta rotate around the boss, not away from it.
And everyone's set. Range towards green. Stack all the voids. Range to moon. These arrows miss. Range to blue. These arrows hit Demiar. Next arrows miss.
Alright, fuck.
And go to the gate, and we'll risk Kylo. Next arrows hit Moria. I'll hit. Nope, that was totally my fault. I just saw the grasp after. Go ahead and keep going now. Next arrows are going to hit. Starting over at red.
Dodging, moves. And then I'm leaping to the next arrow. What?
Go ahead and wait.
That would have moved anyway.
Okay. Everyone's ready? Range to green. Range to moon. These arrows miss. Range towards blue. Next arrows hit Demiar. Next arrows miss. Okay, range negate. And next arrows hit Morian. These arrows miss. And next arrows hit. These arrows will hit. Alright, faces. Seconds left. Okay. Boss can be hit. And DPS pots. Ranged corner. Okay, arrows the boss, and adds. Okay, grasp, ranged move ahead. Moving ahead, new grasp soon. Move ahead, range, just watch, we're gonna bait like back here, but just watch so you don't stand in the line on accident. Okay. Moving ahead, new grasp soon. They do grasp around here. And move ahead. Now we're just waiting for the Bullet Void. If you don't get it, you can gate. Arrows through boss. Baiting new grasp. Range, you can spawn it right on the side, it's fine. Good. Moving ahead for new Void soon. And get a grip or interrupt on that far edge. Good. Range moving ahead, arrows through boss. You grasp soon, we're going to be phasing in 3%. Just don't get clipped by one of these arrows. Hey, don't be too close to the edge, don't get pushed off, walk forward. Res to Rattle and Novak, I guess. Don't be in melee, don't be in melee. Move into melee. Okay. We're waiting. Okay, first is going to be ranged and tanks. Ranged and tanks go. Melee next. Okay, we're baiting new grasp. Going to the edge. Watch the grasp lines where they're shooting. Do not get hit by a grasp. Okay, range rebating Void. You don't get Void, you can start heading towards where the ad just died. Okay, someone just brought their thing all the way in. Melee's gonna break first. Now, range and tanks. Going towards the edge. Okay, be on the right side.
Oh, shit.
Okay, this is where we're going to be using personals here. Okay, ranged and tanks. Now melee. Okay, watch grass lines. New grass for spawning. Now we're going to the edge. Watch grass. Some are about to shoot soon.
Watch interrupt.
AoE interrupts. Ranger baiting Void on us. And we're all going to run over to where Demiar is, if you don't have it. Okay, we are in melee. Melee is going to break first. Melee break. Okay, heading towards the edge. Ranged and tanks. Personals. Alright, can jump over anytime and safe. Okay, we are just going to hit the boss and kill the boss at the edge. We're going to tank the ranged and tanks first. Personals, heal up. Then melee. Watch grass. We are just hitting the boss. Yep, DPS spots it back up. Boss is going to corner. Alright, good shit. There we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, I bonus rolled the one item I didn't eat.
Aw.
It's alright. Are you guys ready to see me get ribbon with avoidance? Actually, it's gonna have avoidance on it.
I'm gonna get one with Leech.
Ooh, wow. Okay, Leech would be big. Mine's gonna have avoidance.
I'm ready.
So
Where's
I'll
the
But
know
it just
which
got the
one.
ribbon.
Where's the roll? Come on, you can't keep us in suspense like this.
I hate this video game. I'm quitting the game.
My bonus roll went
Right
away.
here. I'm getting the neck.
You're getting the neck.
I've
Okay.
got it.
That's not in there.
That's not in there.
Yeah, huge.
You can just hand that over to me, please.
I don't have the Chris to upgrade it.
Void, you can. Oh, right. Some shade.
Wow, this is
Think
all
we're powering up
useless.
on it. Good job. Killing that, everyone. Now we got some time on Valorant.
Quick question: what are healer, prop paladin, not prop paladins, holy paladins, and mistweavers considered for aspect of the end in P3?
For
Yes.
aspect, they are considered melee. For grass, they are considered ranged.
Okay, so spell warding on Kylo was play. Okay.
It's just so like it doesn't make any sense. Like I understand like why they changed it, like changed grass. Hey, don't be too close. Like, they should have just had tethers also do the same thing. But yeah, it's just what they're doing. Hey, don't be too close to the edge.
I didn't mean to roll on that chest piece.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I forgot. My ribbon is gonna be in vault. I remember
Oh, yeah,
now. Yeah, my ribbon with avoidance.
Yeah, that's where my neck is.
Yeah, that
Is that the only one that got one?
exactly. I'm so silly.
don't get clipped by one of these arrows. I do not know if I have the group swap stuff set up for this already, but
he wasn't prepared.
I will.
Oh, no shade.
Oh, no, I do have it. All right. Wait, let's see. Right. Alright, yeah. Or you're going to do groups 1 through 4 for, what should we call it? Valorant. So we'll head there and start trashing stuff.
Got a response from that the Northern Sky thing.
Oh, what's that?
Relo has no idea how you got a secret value into the note.
Yeah, I that's I had the same error. Like I saw the error for secret value, and I do not know. Some combination of characters' names that triggered a secret value.
How many frost footages?
That's a chalk room now. Which way are we running up?
What's the skip do, Bitters?
In what you call the other raid?
Yeah.
You talk to like the NPC that like we got the quest that gives you like the 1% rate buff or whatever back at the beginning of the raid, and he takes you to like right after dragons before paladins, like the trash there, like where the jellyfish mini boss thing or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
But there's a gate that won't let you go backwards. Yeah. So you have to re-kill paladins, but yeah, you can't go back to dragons straight away. Right.
That was bullshit, this guy.
Check boss frames. Don't get either boss, like, or add whatever, like 50%, and then just stop and swap together. Alright, stop on Void. Let's get light lower. Alright, now we should be able to kill Void. You know what? There's something I didn't even realize, and I think it's this. I think it's from Thrager. I think when they buffed the loot here, I didn't realize he drops 4 out of 6 BOEs, like 4 out of 6 mythic BOEs. Because I've seen them on the auction house, and I wasn't sure like I had ever noticed them before, but they definitely are there now. So they're like 282 base.
You're saying if I see them, don't loot it and have it get mailed to me.
Genius.
You'll know. You'll know somehow.
Show up at my front door and beat the
This
shit
Chinese weak aura malware.
Put them in combat. You can't see them then.
Sorry,
Are
the boss guy. It checks everything.
Bitters, am I soaking any like lines of orbs at all?
Yes.
Okay. To Wraith Walk I go.
Let's see if we're missing Novak and Kissing.
I like running.
Oh yeah, you're both too. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little explanation. We're gonna do like a pull, and then we're gonna do break after that. Alright, so we are going to do a bit of a different strat. It's kind of a combination of a few things and like a few things that like we can do now with like the extra gear. So we are going to be 4 healing it for now, assuming that we can make the DPS check later on that I want to make. So, yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's start off the fight. Everyone can come up here through this direction. So we're going to start off pulling the boss to about where I am right now. Then we're going to have, well, okay, so everyone knows like there's the two different color walls, light walls, dark walls. Everyone gets their debuff, whatever. You soak the same things that match your color. You do not soak the things that are opposite color. Like taking a ball that's the opposite color is like 1,000,000 damage. It's gonna kill you through even like all cooldowns almost, except for like 70% plus. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to be doing group soaking on the outside raid markers. So I'm going to use the example for actually, before I get to that, I'm going to explain the tanks and hunters jobs. Alright, so when we have, here, let me post the picture real quick. Valorant channel. This is just one of the slides, but this is enough to explain what we're going to be dealing with for now or whatever. Alright, so the walls are going to be either like north and south. So if you want to like if you look at like the phoenix in the middle of the room, like it's like the towards like star direction, like this tip over here, this is north. So we're either going to have it like this picture, like the picture that I just posted, where we're going to have balls up here and then like down by the ramp, like where we walked in. And they would meet, you know, like center of the room or whatever, pass through. We're either going to have it like that, or it's going to be opposite, and the balls are going to come from the side. So that's one randomization. And then we can have the exact same scenario, but the colors are flipped. So if the colors are flipped, it doesn't really matter. It's just going to change which tank is going out the soak. So for this first phase, the easiest way to think about it for tanks is we are going to soak at whichever walls spawn first. So if we, whichever
welcome to my Mythic
whichever
Bellerin
one has
now,
the
this is a
balls
guide for
closer to the
two-phasing
walls,
Bellerin, which requires quite a lot of details. So I'd like to first
if
start
we
by talking
get
about how
like
this is. First of all,
the walls that
do
spawn
not
on the
play
side
one
of the room,
these.
like,
Do not play a Ferro Duel this Adapter.
Ram
Under any
now,
circumstances, make them play Moonkin or
that's
Guardian
going to be
Guardian.
like super
We
close
want
to
to be
circle.
optimizing for egg damage,
So
which is
tanks
automation
are
ogres,
going,
Windwalker
tanks are
monks,
going
elemental
to
shaman, guardian druids.
clear
Those are
at
ironically like
circle,
guardian druids are probably better than most
and
of the
then
DPS
clear
at doing that.
away.
You can look at public blogs if they're starting to come out for this boss. Well, my
Yeah,
my
circle
as
and
well.
then
You can see
clear
just how bad, for instance,
away,
Ferro Druid is
like,
at this. But
this
yeah, those are the sort of things you want to be
section of the
optimizing for if you want to be successfully
wall
2-egging this boss. If you want to try doing it in 3 egg phases,
So that's
be my guest. I
what
don't think anybody's done it that way
you're
yet.
looking
I think that's how Blizzard's intended for us to do it. But that last main
and
phase
the
was really
tank
crazy.
that's
You
going
have
to
to
do
every
that
single time.
again is
So
going to be
we were going to try to do it
whichever
if they
of the two
didn't nerf the egg
tanks
phase again.
matches
They reset
the
the phases
color
this,
of
but
balls that is
yeah. Okay,
on
so
this
anyway, our comp for this is kind of bad. Basically, the RDR, but it still was
spawn
just enough to
here
get to the finish line.
right there.
Michael has a lot of really optimized
Then
pumpers.
the
280,
next set of
I level
walls
wish,
is going to
78.5 depending on our
always alternate, so then the next
that's enough to get us to the finish
one
line.
that
Michael has a lot of really
tanks do
optimized
is gonna
pumpers.
be
280
this-
and I level
this
wish to
side.
70,
So,
78.5
like,
or something I think on our kill.
tanks are always basically going to be getting this corner and clearing this corner. Hunters, we're going to be doing the opposite thing between me and Signet. We're going to be doing like the far walls that it's like when it gets up to there-ish, or the far walls, like if it's the side walls, like the balls will spawn and start coming this way or whatever, and then when they get to about here, we would clear this set of walls. How we're going to do that, we're going to have gateways down, so we need a gateway from like where I am now, pointed up towards, yeah, up to there, and then another one how I have it in the picture, which is going to be from like here out to there, whatever. No, not towards the middle, towards the, yeah, that's it. You will have to have the gateway swapped, but when we get to the intermission, one of you will swap the gateway. Alright, so for the for hunters, it's for Signet if you haven't seen it, but basically what we're going to do is when the balls get to, so let's say it's the balls that are coming from like down this way and like heading up towards the raid, we would turtle, disengage, and clear from like the middle of the room and running towards the gateway. And then when we get up to the gateway, we wait for the balls to continue lining up until they're at the gateway, and then we gate through while we're still immune and soak up as many as we can through that. That's kind of what we're going to do. And then it's the same thing if we do the opposite set. That's like from like the sides of the room. We clear like in the middle, like where the boss is right now, up to like here. Wait till the balls get to here, and then turtle, or like while we're still turtled, gate through here and clear up here. Basically what we're trying to do is make a box that this whole area is safe from balls as much as we can. Alright. So while we're doing that, we're going to have the dives, and like the bird spawning, the ads. Like I said, what we're going to be doing with that, we're going to be doing group soak. So we are going to do the group soak. The first group soak is going to be at whichever balls are closest to the raid. So again, if it's the walls that spawn like along this edge wall, we're going to use circle as our first group soak spot. And if it's the opposite, if it's the balls that are like up here, the top balls, we'll do star as the first group soak. So for the group soaks, we are going to have the light person stand directly on top of the raid marker. The void person is going to be like just super slightly in front of that person. And then the rest of the range, or the rest of the ranged are going to be just in the overlap, because we want to use the it like knocks you away from the center of the soaks. So the rest of the raid group, like if we're on the edge, so we'll get like knocked back out. That's kind of what our plan is. And pretty much you just want to never get knocked towards the bird, like the boss, because then you might get clipped by like the frontal.
So light on marker, dark slightly in front.
Yeah. So the dark person should also get knocked kind of the same way as the majority of the raid. It'll just be the light person that doesn't get knocked out. They should get like knocked up like vertically and then land kind of where they were. Alright. So that's what we're doing with soaks. We'll have 2 soaks in this first phase. So let's say, for example, we do first group soak at star. Alright, ball spawn. Tanks clear this wall up here. Hunters clear the wall back there. You're doing group soak at star. Get knocked in. Deal with ads. I'll explain more of that in a second. Whatever. Then we continue on, and then it's going to be the opposite. So the balls are going to spawn the opposite. So next balls would spawn on this wall. Tanks clear there. Hunters clear there. Next group soak would be at circle. Same thing. Knocked away. Blah blah blah. And then we'd be pushing for intermission, and then we'd gateway towards the middle. That's wall, the general flow of the phase. Phase 2 is going to end up being very, very similar, except we're going to be on the opposite side of the room. So like, we're going to be kind of more down in this corner of the room. And we're either, I'll explain it next week or later on or whatever. We're either going to use Skull and X, or we're going to use Diamond and Triangle for our spot in phase 2. It depends on which balls we have during the intermission, but yeah, that is nothing to worry about for right now. Alright, now the ads. So it's the same thing, the 2 birds. When they spawn, like when the people get the light dive and void dive like debuffs, the birds are up in the air, so you can already like start like targeting them, like dotting them, whatever else. The main thing that you want to do is focusing them. So we have a interrupt assignment. Basically, all of the melee are going to be doing melee, evokers, and demon hunters doing first kick, range doing second kick, and then back to the melee for third kick or whatever. So that is on both birds, because you can only kick the bird that matches your color. So let's say if you're void, you're going to want, like if you're void color or whatever, well, the birds are in the air, you want to focus the void ad, and then once it lands or whatever, then you're assigned to either the first, second, or first and third if you're whatever melee, or the second kick on that void ad while it's alive. Yes, you are. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, so another thing with the ads. We are going to... so the ads are going to, let's say star or whatever. Let's say we had it land at star, whatever, we get knocked away from star. The 2 birds are going to be there. We are going to have the ads get gripped in at that point. So what we're going to, the way that we're going to do it is Frost, you are going to always grip one bird in first. So it doesn't matter which one you want to do. Let's call it let's say the light ad first, the light bird first. You're going to grip that one, and then after you grip it into melee, Rattle's going to taunt it. And then you're going to grip the other ad, and then you're going to taunt that other ad. So both of those birds are going to be on you 2. They do not melee. That's just going to keep them stacked in melee, so that the melee can hit them without any risk of them, like melee or whoever or whatever, getting cleaved by like the tank frontals. So again, to repeat, yeah. So yep, exactly. You're double gripping, and you taunt the second one that you grip, and then Rattle is basically taunting the first one that gets gripped in, and then you two, or then everyone's just pulling them, cleaving or whatever under the box. Guys, have any questions about that? All right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super, like, just so that they're in, like, cleave range under the boss. It doesn't have to be anything, like, super specific. Alright, then I just want to do, like, a pull, just to kind of see it. So again, we are going to, on pull, it's going to decide which direction that we're playing, by, like, wherever the balls spawn, we're going to be doing the group soak closer to that marker, and the tanks are going to be clearing that wall closer to where those balls spawn. Clearing that part of the box.
Where, like, when the balls come in relation to when the tank mechanic goes out.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good thing to point out. All right, so again, I mentioned, like, we are basically pulling the boss to about where I'm standing right now. Let's say we're going to use circle. And then you're going to taunt that out of that. So when it comes out, it's on Handy and your void, and those are void balls on that wall over there. You're going to immediately go back to the raid. Yes. We are going to. So the ads are going to let's say star whatever. So we had it land a star. Whatever. We did not go from star. 2 birds are going to be there. We are going to have the ads get gripped in at that point. So what we're going to the way that we're going to do it is Nova or Frost. You are going to always rip one bird in first. So it doesn't matter which one you want to do. If we call it let's say the light ad first, the light bird first. You're going to grip that one, and then after you grip it into melee, Ryle's going to taunt it, and then you're going to grip the other ad, and then you're going to taunt that other ad. So both of those birds are going to be on you two. They do not.
Okay.
Because it'll be like basically right after clearing the set, we'll have the first tank mechanic then.
And then if I clear the set and the tank mechanic is my color, I just have to sprint back to the boss and take it.
Yeah, so like if you were like over here or whatever, then you would just be able to taunt it, and then the boss would just be like pointed in this direction a little bit for like the well, I guess would like you'd be like here or whatever, and the tank frontal would go out like towards this direction.
Okay.
Do you want me PSing anyone specific?
Yes. I think I had it set on me at the moment, but it might end up be shifting. But for right now, it doesn't really matter. All right. So I guess just real quick thing about specs. There is a DPS check for obviously for the egg, but it's not that hard of a DPS check. It's more of a living check now. But there is another DPS check that we're trying to beat. In phase 2, we want to alright, so timing the phase. So this first phase, it's kind of like an anti-DPS check. We are might even like hold DPS a little bit because we can't push before like 150, so that when we end up gatewaying in and have like that damage, because basically we start attacking the egg at 2 minutes. So 2-minute cooldowns are up for there. Then that lasts 40 seconds. Coming out of the phase, do some stuff. We need to push by 340. Because not 340. 440. So 2 minutes after we come out of the phase, we need to push again so that we skip the third group soak-in, third bird spawns. So it that's kind of another DPS check that we're trying to go for, which might end up actually being a little bit harder to the point where like we might send a few cooldowns during that part, because if we skip that and we can get into the last phase, like we should get into the last egg phase with it only at like the egg will be like 25% or something like that.
Okay, then you have external void. Do you want me to PS the void soak? Is that what you're talking
wait a second. Oh yeah. All right, so yes, the I had that in. It's kind of left over from when we were going to do solo soaks. It probably won't even matter because we have like so many people in it. For now, don't worry about it. I just want to see like what the like how it feels, but they should be super safe because yeah, we're gonna have like 13 people soaking. So you can, if you happen to see it, I can give you a macro too that makes it easier. It uses like target of the boss frame to be able to do it, but yeah, whatever. Right now it doesn't matter too much. Right. Everyone is ready. Yeah. Again, I'm just gonna move this blue marker right now, just as a reminder for what we're actually gonna be kind of tanking. Okay, orbs are gonna spawn. We're gonna see where they are. All right, so we're gonna be using Star as our first soak.
I don't know.
Oh, the gateway is yeah. The gateway's like not right?
This, which, obviously like, there's more animals to gain, but if your comp isn't dramatically better,
it should be going towards like the middle of the room and not like towards the wall.
Walkers or multiple Ellie shamans, that kind of thing. You might really struggle with the DPS check on this, and that's okay.
Nope, it will be going towards the wall.
That is currently progressing
because we actually
Vanting Bellerin, killing it, extending the next week, Vanting Midnight
you'll
Falls,
want to
and never trying
like
to kill
start
Bellerin
your
until they're done
own
with Midnight
clears,
Falls. I think that's
basically
the matter for this.
roughly from the middle.
Future nerfs may change that, more gear might change that, but yeah, all that caveats aside,
I guess
let's talk about how to actually do it.
you'll want to start maybe like there.
I'm going out. I'm watching from like outside.
And other than that, just basically all every time this cast happens, your color might change, but also might not. So you always have to look out for it. Now you can try looking at your buffs over here, your debuffs over here, or you can get like a weak aura or an add-on to give you your feather in like a nicer to display way here. I think if you get Northern Sky Rave tools,
as the bird
and then
facing
you go
the
to
wall like it was there, was that
they have a feather Meek import that you can get for that. Of course, you'll need
the bird should
which
be
do exist. There's one called Meek with 3s instead of E's in the Meek
boss will
that I think is the most
like
popular. So
tank
download that,
here,
delete all your old Meek that are still on your computer that you'll realize when you open up
kind of in this
and
direction,
then import the Bellerin Meek
and then
Is this important? Can you just put your color on your character or on your debuff? Maybe, but you're gonna need this for Laura, so you may as well get used to the Meek still being there.
Like over there, if the red group is doing their
five people in your
circle
guild who hate add-ons the most and don't understand how to install it.
Oh yeah,
and that way you'll sort of be pre-doing some work for Laura. Anyways, you get assigned these colors. Now, the first thing that's gonna happen with this is what we actually do is we have people calling an interrupt right away. So we have like 4-ish people that don't have much else going on that are good at doing the interrupts. And as soon as this void light convergence goes off, somebody will pipe up and be like, I'll get first void, and somebody will be like, I'll get first light. And that'll come up later, but we just kind of pre-figure out what our interrupts are going to be during this void light convergence cast. I actually think that is really valuable to do. Then we have the 2 tanks, right? 1 tank is void and 1 tank is light. And now this is the important thing. You're not going to see every permutation of the fight from just this VOD, but what's going to happen right away is you're going to get 2 walls of orbs, right? And we have this X world marker over here. These world markers are basically just lifted from
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And like obviously I don't care at all about damage right now. It's just practicing stuff. So recognize your color. Alright, this time we're doing circle instead. Okay. Raid groups going through. We're all at circle. We're all gonna be grouped double stack these. Perfect, yeah. Alright, oh I totally forgot to mention the whole quills mechanic. Whatever, I'll talk about that after break. Yeah.
Like circle around you.
Alright, so yeah, we'll do break. I'll talk about quills after. But yeah, these 2 soaks, like those one like group soaks there, or 2 spread, like they want to be like literally almost pixel stacked. Like if you imagine both people standing on circle, that's fine, and then one person steps off of circle, like the distance that we do for Midnight Phase 2, where you like step like half a step right to hit the planet thing for like the galvanized soak things. So like,
which direction did we want to be knocked there from the soak?
We kind of always want to get knocked. All right, so let's say if we're
from basically
at circle
for the
first
in one corner of the room, and we're going to move the boss towards this corner of the room. We're going to be trying to tank it basically right here.
Light person would be here.
Either the walls can be coming from this
void
edge,
person
or
would be like here.
From the horizontal
would want to be like here,
either way,
so that we get knocked over
and
we are
so either this light wall right here, or if the wall had been coming from the other side of the room, it would be
basically
the left. So what that means is that the light tank is going to want to go and open up a big set of light
closer to where our next soak is going to be.
Which means the dark tank has to, the void tank has to taunt.
So
that's the theory here. As we're on star, yeah, then we would get the most to the side here. The other tank is taunting, and the tank with that color is going to go and run through. So I'm taunting, and my co-tank is getting out of the way, and he's immediately opening up a huge line of these. Now we're going to take these soaks over to that.
Wait, no, not towards me. If we were on star, we would want to get knocked towards.
Or you can always adapt. It doesn't matter too much.
It's always going to be star then circle or circle then star
is going to clear it out. And then you get these soaks over onto the marker, and we place 1 immune inside the Venn diagram overlap of these. Now, interestingly, you can actually stack the 2 soaks on top of each other. The numbers of damage ends up being
here. It's just the direction the boss is pointing is going to be swapped
still very survivable, and it saves 2 more space on the ground. So I would actually probably recommend instead of trying to set the Venn diagram overlap now, I would just stack all these fully on top of
Like
each
we're
other.
soaking at
We were
circle,
doing Venn diagrams, we've been progressing that way.
the boss will end up getting pointed up to here.
After the nerf, it's
When we're
definitely
soaking at
we have a mage
star,
assigned to go and
then
stand
the
in the
boss
Venn
is
diagram
gonna
here
end up
and
getting
hit the ice
pointed
wall,
out
and then we have some
at
externals. We have like time dilation, pain suppressions being used on the actual targets, and then we have another job going on, which is the hunter.
Alright, I'm gonna go
so
do,
there's a big set of orbs you can see. They're approaching the boss here, and what we're gonna try and do is have a hunter, which is Emote over here. You can see on the map, going on an adventure, right? And he's turtle.
Isn't it the opposite of what you just said, last ball?
I feel so incredibly slow on this fight.
Turtling, running through the orbs, and then he's actually disengaging and trying to get through as many when they are overlapping each other as possible. And by doing that, we cleared out a bunch of the orbs and prevented anything from hitting the boss or the raid, which is important. And the more of those you can soak, the better, because this set of orbs will bounce off the walls in annoying ways. So that's part of the reason here why as soon as this Void Edict is done, I'm actually seeing that there's a couple of unsoaked orbs over here, and I'm leaping out to go and grab them. This isn't something you're going to see on World First Skills, because the tank combo was longer before. But they nerfed the tank combo in this phase by so much that there's actually on a lot of our pulls post-nerf, I was just like running out and grabbing extra orbs during this part to make this fight more reliable, right? And those two Void Orbs that were there were going to bounce back towards the boss and be really annoying. So I really recommend, actually, if your tanks have the bandwidth for it, to be looking for opportunities to run out. The way that this phase works with the tank combos now is it'll do either Void or Light, and then the next time it casts, it'll do the other one. And the next time it casts, it'll do the other one again. And the next time it casts, it'll do the other one. And then hopefully it phases before it does that fifth tank combo in this phase. So what that means is I actually know that I've got a long time before I have to do anything, because the first tank combo is a Void Edict, and the second one is going to be a Light Edict, and I'm going to be Void Aligned during that one, so I don't need to worry about it at all. Now the other mechanics that are going on here are the Embers are doing their cast. So let me rewind a little bit. After they dive in, our goal is to Death Grip them into melee, right? You can see they're getting Death Gripped in. And then we need to interrupt the Light and Void eruptions. Now this is why we called our kicks earlier, so we don't all overlap our kicks. You can only kick the same colors that you are aligned to. So that is why we have those already pre-called, and people are just getting those kicks early. And then the second kicks are more free-for-all, but the idea is to just do this and beat the third kicks, right? So there goes the second kicks, which is basically anybody kick, and then we try and kill them before they do the third cast, and then we're just going to blow up the eggs. Now the other mechanics that's going on here are the quills. So let me rewind a little bit. This is the second cast of quills. You can see a Void player is targeted by a Light quill, and what's going to happen is it's going to AoE around the person that it hits as well. It's not 100% lethal, like you can wall and take this as the other color, but what you should be doing is having somebody who's light aligned coming into this soak and grabbing it. So what they'll do is they'll run in over here, and you can also have a macro that puts like a warning ping on you that says, hey, I'm soaking, which is a good button to use as well. If you can, having people do that is nice. You get one of these per cast in P1, and the second bird phase you'll get 2 per cast. Again, that's all been nerfed from previous numbers, but yeah, that is the way to handle that mechanic. I would say one other piece of advice for this just is, if there are ones sort of near the tanks, don't assume that the tanks are going to be able to soak it, because sometimes it overlaps with the edict in a bad way. As you tank this boss longer and longer, you'll learn more about which ones you actually will be able to soak versus which ones you won't. Tanks also can soak the opposite colors themselves, and it's fine. It's very not lethal to do that as long as you're not already getting blasted by damage. So you can consider doing that as a tank if you're in a spot to do that. Similarly, tank can soak the other color orbs. It gives you a nasty dot, it does a lot of damage, but it is winnable. So if an orb is running into the boss and you're the last line of defense of the tank, you gotta soak the other color. Everybody else getting out of the way of it, though, is the idea. So yeah, now we have these bounced orbs, and the goal is to play goalie and have everybody soaking these before this void-like convergence starts in 7 seconds here. So you can see there's a swarm of light orbs that are bouncing off the wall and are now coming back towards this boss, right? There actually often would be void orbs coming from the bottom right now, but those ones I soaked earlier were those, and they've been soaked already, right? So don't have to worry about those right now. But yeah, the goal is for light aligned people to run in and grab these right now, and then stop soaking now because the boss is about to void like convergence. And during this cast, you can get your color flipped, and then you'll die if you're trying to soak the other color. And again, you just check. As soon as you get this raid warning that says you've been infused with a feather, you are done being infused. The boss will only infuse you once per cast of this, so you can't get flipped again after you already see this. So as soon as you see this, whether you're either flipped or not flipped, you are again safe to soak any orbs that are going to be a problem. But hopefully there aren't any that are that close because you've thought ahead and you've already been pre-soaking them. Now, if you're wondering why this boss is ever kind of laggy, if you have Demonology Warlocks, they don't obey that rule. And in fact, each of their pets is being assigned feathers on every tick. They are getting assigned all of these different feather debuffs. So if you're wondering why your computers are exploding here, it is lesser ghouls, dreadstalkers, charhounds are getting these ticks of light feather or void feather debuff application and removal during this cast. So if you're working at Blizzard Entertainment, you might want to fix that. But yeah, that is how that mechanic works. There's void like convergence. Okay. So now, again, we have a similar thing happening, where if you got horizontal on the first cast of orbs, you're going to get vertical on this one, and vice versa. So because we got that, I don't know which one's horizontal, which is vertical. Because we got that one earlier that was coming across the room like this way, now we're going to get the one coming across the room this way. And the goal, again, for the tank is going to be to taunt if you were the opposite color as these orbs, or to run and soak them if you were the same color as them. And the next soaks are, in this configuration, are going to go on Star. For us, if we had the reverse configuration, Star would already be polluted, and we'd be soaking a line of orbs here, and the next ones would go to X instead. But yeah, we're running over here, and I'm just going to grab, first of all, I'm opening the wall, and then I'm going to grab this next line that are running into the boss. You don't want to soak in the puddles, because you take double damage while you're in one of those puddles. So that's why I do it in that order. It's like a little bit of a weird leap, but that ended up working out for us. There's probably a way you could organize this so it's a little bit cleaner, but yeah, then get back in time to get this void edict, taunt it so it doesn't hit my light tank, and easy, right? Now we have one of these light things under the boss, so somebody's going and grabbing that quill, and the soak happened with another, that was 2 immunities. We basically always do 2 immunities except for the first one, which we do 1 immunity to reduce the damage of that overlap, those dives. You get our grips in. Now, for this part, you're stopping damage. If you were we're trying to make sure we get back to our 2 minutes, right, during the egg phase. So we're slowing damage, and we actually, this is a tech that we developed after we didn't like to do it by mistake. We're like, hang on a sec, this is probably a damage increase. So we actually have been letting this void egg rebirth here. Again, this isn't something you'll see on Rage Roll first stream because this used to do lethal damage, but one of the things that was nerfed about this fight is that the void eggs do not wipe you when they explode anymore, nor do light eggs, right? But it does do more damage to people of the opposite color, right? So basically, whichever egg we end up not killing here, the people of the opposite color do need to watch themselves a little bit. You can see a couple of little walls are being pressed here, and then bang, rally, rebirth, and look, it doesn't do too much damage, right? Like somebody drops to 40%. That was probably opposite color, no wall, and they were still fine. And yeah, now we have an extra bird. Now you might be thinking that's bad, but we get to get funnel off of it in the intermission is the idea, right? We have some specs that do more damage with a target nearby, so we are bringing this into the intermission to facilitate that happening. Now the goal is to push before the end of this cast, but not long before the end of this cast. In the last second is ideal. It's better to be a second early than a second late, but it's not good to be more than a second early, really, on this push. So yeah, the goal is void like convergence is going off, and we're supposed to be pushing now. Now we push late because we got this set of orbs. If you push a little bit late, you get the set of orbs. If you push any later than that, you get the ad spawns. Let me go back to showing you the big timers here, right? So you can see during the cast, yeah, there's a 2-second delay between the orbs and the ads. Ideally, you push before the orbs. As long as you push before the ads, it's okay. With these orbs, you basically want to make sure that you soak the ones that are about to hit the raid, and then what can happen here is as soon as the boss lands, the orbs will despawn. If you got really unfortunate timing, right, if you push like an extra second later, there will be an orb under the boss as it lands, and that will explode, because on Mythic, if an orb ever hits the boss, it explodes and wipes the raid. But as soon as the boss actually successfully lands, it does despawn all the orbs. And then we're able to get in here, and Lust, Potions, Cooldowns, Death Grip the bird in, cleave it down, cleave the egg down under here, gaining damage, and standing in our correct pie slices here. Now the tanks during this part have an important responsibility, which is to soak this line of orbs, and make sure that it leaves room for people of the opposite color, and also for the egg. If you're playing a Guardian Druid, they do not have to do this. They are just doing damage. Their damage levels are more valuable than other people's. But if you're not playing a Guardian Druid, you should have your tanks run out and do this. If you are playing a Guardian Druid, what you want is somebody who is the same color as, like, either a couple people that are the same color as the Guardian Druid, so 1 or 2 orbs each, or you can have, like, you can throw an extra immunity at this if you want as well, and run through. This fight is already very immune. Like, the strategy already uses a lot of immunes, so you may not have enough to do that. And you might just need some people to YOLO soak a few of these. But yeah, definitely don't make your Guardian Druid run out and do this if you are playing one of those. But yeah, you can see as the prop warrior here, what I do is I identify that these are approaching, and that I have a safe slice I can get near the start of a leap for. And then I'm going to leap through after that. And with that timing, I could have made it to, even if there was only one safe spot and it was over here, I would have time to charge back and go over to it. And you can see that's exactly what the other tank is doing. He had the exact opposite thing, and he ended up getting to his safe spot over here. And we soaked a bunch of these orbs, and they're not going to hit here. Now you can soak as few as like 3 of those, the middle 3, and technically it's safe. It's better to soak more if you can. You know, if you're a prop warrior and you just hit spell reflect, you leap through, you're going to be totally fine. I would soak more because these orbs are going to bounce back and be a problem later. So the more of them you get now, the less of a problem they are going to be later. But yeah, then you're trying to blast this egg. Getting it down to that 40% range is sort of our benchmark for being killable. Here's my old alert to do a rally, which I had moved off of this spot, but still have the alert. And yeah, you can see this time push 37%. AMZ in the last spot. And now here come the bouncing orbs trying to cause us to wipe here. So yeah, goal is to soak these as much as we can. Again, it's void like convergence though. So we use some immunities here. You can see we have a turtle and a bubble, and they are each soaking opposite sides of each other and soaking as many as they can, because they can soak even if they get swapped into a color. Everybody else is not trying to soak until they get infused with a feather. Once they get infused with alert, and yeah, you can see this time push 37%. AMZ in the last spot. And now here come the bouncing orbs trying to cause us to wipe here. So yeah, goal is to soak these as much as we can. Again, it's void like convergence though. So we use some immunities here. You can see we have a turtle and a bubble, and they are each soaking opposite sides of each other and soaking as many as they can, because they can soak even if they get swapped into a color. Everybody else is not trying to soak until they get infused with a feather. Once they get infused with a feather, they are now trying to soak their color orbs. Now we're going to head over to the opposite corner from where we started this fight. And the idea here is during the intermission, you actually know where you can play this phase. So there, again, there's a couple different ways you can play this phase. Some guilds just always
boost your protein with nuts. You're like, yeah, this is a fat booster, not a protein booster. This is low quality protein, very high quality fat.
So one thing I'm going to adjust is I'm just going to have
do this the exact same line.
Tanks don't worry about clearing specifically at like the raid marker where we're running the void dives out to. Like the main thing the tanks need to do is clear the wall so that those orbs don't hit the boss. So like say if it's these balls here and the boss is like tanked at square or whatever, whichever tank it is just needs to make sure that they clear the balls so that those balls, none of them are going to run into the boss. For where the raid marker is, just any of the people that's running out towards that spot can help soak those ones. Like obviously that matches that color. Since we're doing the group soak, we'll have people from both colors able to help soak. All right, Kylo, you'd asked if we are soaking those first ones. Are you talking about the balls or the like the void dive, light dive things? Yes, and yeah, the group soak things, that only needs to be ranged. The melee don't have to do the soak at all. You guys can just stay at the boss.
And we get into both, right? They like overlap in diagram.
Yes, yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah, basically in the circle, it's going to be the light dive target, the void dive target, and like 12 other ranged that are in both soaks. So splitting on the light void dive target, there's going to be like 11 people, and that's why it doesn't do like, or 12 people or whatever, and that's why it doesn't do like that much damage. All right. So the other thing I didn't mention, talk about before is the quills. So in Mythic, the quills splash. So what we need to do is, here, I'm just gonna use the star as a raid marker. So let's say there's a quill that spawns at star and it goes and it's targeting my pet. All right. So as me as a player who, let's say I match yellow and that's my pet is void, it always targets someone that's the opposite color. So let's say it's a light quill that's targeting my void pet and I'm a light player. I'm going to go stand as close to on top of that void thing as I can. And a good idea of something to do is to make like a ping yourself macro to like let other people know that you are like committing to soaking that. So yeah, run out, be in the line, because once that that light quill hits me, it's going to do an AoE around me. And it's not as big as that, but whatever, you'll see the circles, but that everyone in that gets hit with the thing, so anyone's opposite color, they're gonna get it. Isn't a one shot, but it's a lot of damage.
You still only need one person to soak those?
Yes, yep, only just one person in each one. One thing that I've seen a lot of is like almost with 4 healing, like almost just healers do it, but we can have some other people help with it as well. And when they do spawn, like sometimes they spawn like far away, like going through the boss, like tanks can help soak them too, and tanks can soak like either color of them if they need to. Frost form, just say whenever you're ready. One sec.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm good.
Alright, everyone's ready.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check what color you are. We're going towards star. Some blade person go through. All right. Hitting those ads. Now they turn into eggs. We kill the eggs. Alright, as these balls start bouncing back, everyone tries to help soak these now, to get rid of any of them that are going anywhere near the boss. They will despawn, like if they were to go all the way to the opposite wall, but anything that looks like it's going to get close to hitting someone in the raid or hitting the boss, just anyone soaks the opposite color one. I mean, sorry, anyone soaks the matching color one. So here, again, this is a general thing for the ball walls. The very first one in the fight is going to be the only one in the entire fight that goes that direction. So like if we have the first ball wall, like here along this star, every other ball wall for the rest of the entire fight is going to be going sideways. Like if the first one is at the top and bottom, all the other ones are on the left and right. Or vice versa.
So with the tank frontals, you said if we're soaking on star, frontals are going that way.
Yeah, I've seen both ways of like aiming it. Here is the. Anyway, that's just gonna try to see how to. Just gonna move the star marker over like that spot. Yeah, that's better. All right. So yeah, the tank again is trying to block not necessarily at the star, like the balls that are going to hit the star marker, but blocking the balls that are like along this area here that might hit the boss, and then we can have the tank frontal. Again, I've seen it go both ways, like either out towards that side or towards that side, because everyone else should be at the raid marker. So basically, as long as you're not hitting the raid marker with the frontal, it should be fine, because everyone else should be lined up with it.
Well, the reason I ask is because the first frontal went that way, which is not what we discussed, and then so I tried to do the other one the direction we did discuss, but all the melee were over here. So we need to figure out what we want to do then.
Yeah, I just aimed it the only spot I did not see people.
If you could dodge a wrench.
Just 1 second. Yeah, like if we yeah, we did right. Yeah, it should be like to the outside, like to the outside of where the raid is, so like away from the corner, basically. So like if we're using, if like we're doing the group soak at circle, then the tank clears this area and we have the frontal in this area, like kind of like the same area that we cleared. That's the more common thing that I've seen, at least.
I don't know if this is different from Heroic. It feels like it is. As soon as those soaks happen and the birds land, like there's a cast already happening that we need to kick. Because that's what killed like all the light people there.
Yeah.
It like hits the ground and is already doing its little 2-second cast to kill everyone.
Yeah, that's right. You should be focusing them while they're in the air. For sure, every time.
Well, Aaron, your tree log. Can you go over that, like where we did aim that then? Because, yeah, like looking at the replay, there was just a wall of people on the opposite side of where I pointed that breath.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this example first. So boss is gonna get pulled towards square. Let's say we have the ball falls along this wall. The raid, yeah, group soak is gonna be where Age is. Tanks are going to clear here and also frontal here. So melee do not want to be on this side.
It would just be further to the side that we cleared.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, it's not a super wide cleave. Like if you were standing like right here, it should not hit the circle group of people.
Okay.
And then same thing opposite. If it's the walls up there, tanks clear like here, and then kind of like frontal like here, whatever, just next to the group.
Okay.
And what's the knock direction? So the first one's here, then you're getting knocked towards star.
Yeah, yeah, because basically you want to think about it like if you go the opposite direction, you're going to go in the direction of the frontal. So, like if we're at circle, you want to kind of get knocked like back in this direction towards the next soak, like back towards melee kind of, and towards the next soak spot, like in this general area, not in this area, because this is exactly where the tank frontal is going to be. Get knocked away from the front of the bird is basically the rule. Jovi and Aaron Deer, when you're ready. Okay. Alright. Everyone's up. Playing at circle. Group stack. Stack them right on top of each other. Make sure you're targeting your same colored bird. Kills. Remember to watch the splash. And you want to try and help soak these if you are matching colors. Okay, so now we're going to have color swap. So you might get another swap, or it might be a different color. Check what it is now, and now we're doing next soak back this direction. It should be at star, but yeah, what should I call it? Overlapped them. So again, both until people are comfortable like with the knock direction, we're just gonna pixel stack both group soaks directly on top of the raid marker. So just both void and light dive targets just stack directly on top.
Tried to change where my debuffs were on my screen, and I accidentally increased them by about 1,000% in size.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. That all right brings up I guess something else. So there is a like there are like weak wards that help with this fight a bit by just making the like you able to move the debuff and make it like a lot more obvious, and then also when you get the color swap thing to let you know like exactly when you swap. Those are going to be added to Northern Sky in like a week. So I wasn't necessarily going to have people get it yet, but I mean, if people have whatever Mikoras, you could use it now, but for tonight, whatever, just try and figure out, just look at your actual debuff.
Where is the second soak going? Like, the second set of soaks?
For the group soak things?
Yeah.
Yeah, which star or circle, whichever one we didn't use the first time.
And you want them stacked again?
Yep, they will both be. Every time we do a group soak, it'll be both of them will always be directly stacked. So
weren't there puddles there though?
That was just because the other person, their debuff was like they stood like here instead of being stacked, so it grew over on top of the raid marker. There should have been a gap.
Okay.
I can't tell you more because.
All right, everyone's ready. Let's go ahead and try again.
More to tell you. The story is endless.
Forgive me, Father. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're using star raid marker for both of these soaks. Go to star. Any void person, yep, help here. Both debuffs, you go through here. Good. Watch quills. So next soak, group soak, is going to be pixel stacked on circle. So again, for quills, you always want to try and go towards like where it's spawning from, unless it's going through the tank, then yeah, obviously you don't want to do that. Okay. Help soak orbs that match your color. Don't let them hit the boss. Okay, and now we're going to be doing next group soak at circle. Anyone void, help go through. Go ahead and lust. Alright, head to Moon after this, and we're going to be going to intermission here in a second. I just want people to be able to see it. Alright, we would get a new gateway here, going towards the middle. Alright, and then obviously you have to go in whatever color is your color only. And just like in Heroic, you cannot run through the egg. It has like collision, so yeah, don't try and do that. So the 3 orbs in the middle here, the tanks need to clear those orbs. So only those 3, so like it's the one that will be lined up directly with the egg, and then one on each side, because if they reach the egg, they will connect. So that's generally the tanks are going to just be doing that. So as it gets close, tanks grab those, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That part when we come out of the intermission is like the hardest part of the fight, but I'll that's when we're going to be using some immunities at that point. We're going to be using Kylo's Bubble, Jovi Bubbling, and Jovi Spell Warding Shift C to help clear a bunch of those balls that are floating around, basically, at that point.
And while that happens, do I just drag him to that other corner?
Yeah, you'll be dragging, yep, towards the other direction. And he'll be going kind of with you, like he's just clearing in that direction, like the direction that you guys are moving, and we will be, Shift C and Kylo will be kind of clearing like the other directions a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so I want to kind of go over a few more, I guess, like, things about color swap. So how color swap works? Obviously, it's a bunch of raid damage. It's like one of the biggest raid damage like sources in the fight. But it also it's staggered. So each tick of it is gonna like swap 4 random people in the raid, and then another random 4, and then another random 4, and then another random 4. So you never know exactly when you're gonna get swapped during color swap, like during the 5 seconds of it. It is extremely, it's not even extremely dangerous. It's just, you're going to die if you try soaking an orb during color swap. So, again, one of the weak auras, it's going to tell you on your screen if you swapped. Once you have swapped, then it is safe to soak. But generally, just, unless you are 100% sure you've swapped, never try and soak during a color swap an orb, because you can be half a second from touching an orb, your color swaps, and then you get 1 shot. Like, that's something that a ton of people die to. And yeah, it will never swap you back. It won't swap you twice. So you'll get swapped once, and then you'll know that you've swapped.
So for the rest of phase 1, we just kind of keep aiming the tank cone in the same spot.
Yeah, you don't have to change around, you can just point it towards the old puddle. The timing of when we phase there is a little bit off of what we actually want to do, just so people are aware for cooldown timing. I just wanted to make sure that we actually push through to be able to see it. What the actual timer of when we're trying to phase is during the next color swap cast, during the next this Void Light Convergence. The next time that he casts it, Replying Star, just before it does the next ad spawns. And if someone's in it, you can not have to worry about soaking. Okay, we're going to have a color swap coming up soon. Our next group soaks are going to be at Circle. Where's Jovi again? Raid groups going back towards method.
Is there any downside to us just pre-positioning as ranged on the second soak marker?
The only thing that you can definitely be over there, like, you just don't want to be exactly stacked.
Spawn?
Well, the balls will spawn like almost all the way in the wall, so you have space for that. Like, and because ranged, like, we should have ranged of both colors. Just, we need people to help soak the balls as fast as possible, like, so it's clear, early on, and like you technically all we need is like one person, like say if like circles the second soak spot, like people could be pre-positioned kind of in this direction, and then just one person of you know that. Say if it's void balls back here, one void person just steps back and touches it before it gets to the rest of the group. That's totally fine. The only thing that is a little bit you have to like watch out a little bit for is the quills, so that like whoever it's on, like if there's one that spawns like near the raid here, then people just kind of have to either like adjust where they're standing so that they don't get like clipped in the AoE splash of wherever the person's soaking it. Check your color. Flying at circle. Russian casket off. Just go away. So again, first kick should be melee, second kick ranged, third kick melee. There's enough people in each kick group that most likely it's not going to RNG to being where no one else can help kick it. Like ideally kick it as early as possible, and then like worst case if it's like almost done casting, then just anyone, even if you're not melee or ranged or whatever, like if you're not, or like if you're not supposed to kick on that set, then you just kick it anyways. Like if you ever see a cast get to like 75%, the full fight is going to be about, let's see, what would end up being like 5:15ish or so. Just a little bit over 5 minutes. We should be starting the second egg phase at, is it roughly 4:40? And then, whatchamacallit, so that 40 seconds after that, so we have up until like 5:20 technically to kill it.
So it's a 5-minute fight. Cool.
Let's just one phase it.
At some point, by the end of the tier, it probably will happen by some guilds, like one heal, one tank, something like that.
One heal, one tank. That sounds like it's just death.
It's not death if you don't die.
Everyone's ready? Circle. Silks will be at Star coming up soon. Color swaps. Orb soaking. Target or focus your ad.
Whoops.
Oh, Silk if you can. For cool, so it's there.
Was that an orb hitting the boss there?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
I'm high alive. How did you guys die? Is that supposed to be a one-shot?
No. For what, the orbs touching the boss? Yeah, it's pretty much a one-shot.
He was turtle bitters. He's just, you know, being Hunter.
Confirmed, Hunter's the tankiest class.
You heard it here first, bitters. He needs to tank. Right, no back?
It is in the name of your spec.
He'd love to.
So again, super important to focus the ads while they're still in the air before they ever land. And when people get the debuffs, like the dive debuffs, just run directly straight to your marker. You don't have to like do any sort of weird dodging or whatever. Just run straight to the marker, and either the opposite dive person will clear or you will clear to make way to the marker. Unless someone else gets there first, that's fine too. Like the dive targets themselves. If they're the first two that get there, then one of them should be able to clear as well.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, playing at Star. Will's going out. And again, hoping soak any orbs that might hit the boss. Color swaps, no more soaking. Next soak, group soak is going to be at Circle.
Sorry, Sharon.
Okay, so in about 15 seconds we're going to end up wanting to phase the boss during this color swap. Again, help soak the orbs that match your color, don't let any touch the boss. Alright, we'd hold DPS here, and push now. Now it'd be on the gateway. And this is about the timing that we would want to be gating. orbs that match your color, don't let any touch the boss. Alright, we'd hold DPS here, and raise the orbs that during this color swap, and oh, so. Okay, balls are going to be coming in. Again, the tanks hit the 3 that are closest to the middle of the egg. And as we come out of this, we would be starting to go over towards the next corner. Which would be, we'd be going toward the X corner here, but...
So I'll pop my cooldown so we can get into that phase quickly, faster, but I should not do that, by the way. Bitter.
Oh, wait, sorry, and actually I called that one wrong for the spot that we go to. We would actually be going to the opposite of that one. So, if the intermission orbs, whatever direction those are going, so like, let's say we have the intermission orbs are like along this wall here, then we're going to go to the opposite wall of that. So if they're like along, going from the sides, going towards the middle, then we're going to go down to here and do our first group soak at diamond, second one at triangle. And for boss positioning, it's going to be kind of the same thing, just bringing the boss down here. Just make sure it doesn't frontal diamond, and then can get turned more, just make sure it doesn't frontal triangle, and then we'd end up facing after that. And then the alternative is if the intermission orbs are going up here and going down against like the bottom wall of the room, then we're going to go over this spot instead, and then first group soak will be at skull, second group soak will be at like X. For the second group, for the post intermission hunter soaks, you won't have gateway for that one. You're just going to just like turtle, disengage, and try and clear like as much around like to the wall as you can. So that is kind of swapped opposite, I guess, is the best way to describe. So the hunters are going to be doing the soak closer to like the group soak spot, and the tanks are going to be doing the further spot. So it's because of the timing of how the walls spawn. So let me put the raid marker back. Where do I have it? Here. Alright, so let's say it's the case where we are pulling the boss like over towards this direction. The tanks are going to be clearing the balls that are like, along this like this path here, because that's going to be like the direction that you face the like if the boss if the bird, bird is here, whatever, that's going to be like the direction that you face the cone in that direction. And the hunters are going to immune and clear this wall, because again it'll make more sense like once we actually get to doing it, to seeing it, but it's just because where we are in the room, like the timing of the balls, like comes in differently.
Okay, wait.
Oh yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Soaking circle.
Ooh.
That was the direction to not get knocked in.
But it was the,
that was the right direction to get point. That was the right.
We got
direction
the right direction.
It was pointed at the wrong direction.
I just meant like the thing was in front of us.
Oh. Yeah.
Frost, if you do happen to get it, then you'll just after you do the soak, then just run into melee, grip him. It'll just be a little delayed. That's fine though. You're playing at circle.
Oh, what do you want me to do with this? Can I immune it?
Oh, yeah, no, at that. No,
Yeah,
that's
what
fine.
do I do when that happens?
You just call it out, and I'll take over for you. That's all.
Okay.
I totally forgot to mention that. So yeah, if you get the first immunity soak, it technically can happen again as well. If you get targeted by the first bird, then I cover for you. When we're on the second one, if I get targeted, then Kylo will cover. And then if we both get targeted on one, then yeah, we just
go next. GG, go next. Yeah.
You just have to do a bunch of single soaks, which you can do. It's just more soaking. Playing at star. That was my fault. Make sure you get interrupts. Catch these balls as they're coming in.
What?
And next spot is going to be at circle. Kylo, can you try and do immunity soak on this next wall? So basically you're clearing like middle. Oh, never mind. You got it. So yeah. All right, we'll just try and single soak this wall of light stuff that's coming in again. But yeah. Yeah, on the second one, it is possible, like, after you do the group soak, if you can be, like, really quick, you can still soak some of them, just not as many. But, yeah, on the first one, it's a lot harder to get, like, a good clear. Everyone's ready?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, playing at Star. We'll just bounce it through soon. Kobe swap, don't soak anymore. Next soaks at circle. Okay, watch bouncing balls, don't let any hit the boss. Oh, yeah, we pushed Shirley, I wasn't even looking at that. Yeah, need to slow down damage quite a bit.
Everybody take off some gear.
Go unupgrade my weapon.
See, it's funny because we're phasing early, but we're not killing the eggs before they come back. So I think we're just hitting the wrong things.
I'm hitting it with all my heart.
Putting full damage into those eggs, Shifty, okay? Well, I'm trying to, but...
Kylo, did you get those? Next week we'll have to stop like 6% earlier because of 1% raid buff and Vantis.
Oh, cute. Are we just going straight here, or what are we? What's the plan?
I'll still be looking at it after everyone updates their loot sheets nice and early in the week. Hopefully.
Like right after raid.
Playing at circle.
I don't have a gateway. Should be fine.
Soaks in. Color swap. Make sure we're killing ads here. Catch balls. Focus eggs. And push boss before this finishes. Alright, it's fine. Alright, tanks, just clear the 3 middle here and on the opposite side if you can. Alright, that's it. Okay, watch the orbs coming in. Alright. We're going to be going over to Skull side. So tanks would clear this left wall over there, and immunities would clear this wall here.
No.
Here, right. Does that kind of make sense, or like how the timing of that would look?
Not at all.
All right.
What was this wall and that wall?
Yeah, that was very not.
sorry. I was picking. It might have got intercepted.
Pointed at his monitor, thinking we're in his house.
In the case where we just were, the tanks would be clearing this wall that was coming from like our left, looking towards the soaks, from the middle of the room, and the hunters would have been clearing this one, closer to like the cubby hole, and we would have done the first group soak at Skull there.
Where would the boss have been going?
Yeah, boss was pretty much right where it would have needed to be, like here, and facing like that direction, because the group soak would have been like over here. So the boss is going to get, like, basically pointed in that direction. Let me take the rest and I'll go over
So what is this blue marker for?
That's going to be the gateway afterwards. So we're going to do like our first soak here, second soak here, and then we'll end up doing the gateway from blue back towards the middle of the room.
And when you say tanks are soaking one side, hunters are soaking the other, do you mean Kylo and shifts to a spell warding, or when?
Okay, all right. So that's different now. So the ones where I was talking about the tanks and the hunters, that is after the other thing that goes on. The tanks and hunters, that's going to be pretty much like where we died. That's when we're going to get back to the fight looking like how it does on Pole. You can kind of imagine like it is the exact same like set of mechanics. It's just the timing of when the balls get to us are going to be a little bit different. But we're going to deal with ball spawning, group soak, gripping the ads in, killing the ads under the boss, some quills and stuff, new ball spawning, group soaks, new kicking ads, whatever. I guess the difference in phase 2 is that both times the balls are going, like in phase 1, we have balls coming from like one wall, the first cast, and then the other wall, the second cast. In phase 2, it's going to be the same set of walls both times. So like when we're over here, the tanks are going to clear this wall the first time, and then we, do a group soak or whatever, and then the tanks are going to clear this wall again the second time. And like both of the hunter immunings are going to be on the same wall.
So when do I ever run around and get a ball? Is it right after intermission?
Yeah. So yes, you know how during intermission, like when we're protecting like the 3 middle egg or the egg from hitting like the 3 middle balls. Gotcha. Yes, those ones when they bounce to the wall, they come back towards us, and the boss is doing the color swap during that. So it's super dangerous for anyone to soak during that, and that's why we're going to use the immunity, the spell warding and bubbles to clear during those. But yeah, we are done for the night. We will come back and work on this next week. Again, I'm not 100% sure what the plan is going to be for what we kill.